Hi, everyone. Nice to see you all after quite a while of not making any videos. And I know you saw that I pulled down some of my previous content. Really just wanted to regroup and get myself together in terms of what I really wanted my message to be. I've learned some really amazing things in the last few years here and can't wait to bring that all to you. And so I know a lot of you work with Mike Popovich and you're familiar with what's about to be launching here soon called Social Goats. And I got to film my first podcast with Mike and Chris today, which was really fun. We talked about the topic of beginner's luck. And I got some downloads just through some of my meditations that I wanted to share around that. And I think you guys will find that very helpful, along with the meditation that goes along with it. So I hope you enjoy that when the content is ready. So I wanted to, in this video, talk about what I'm going to be doing for everybody moving forward and the types of services I'll provide. It's really going to be on an individual basis based on your specific needs. I'm not going to be really offering courses with modules. That's just not something I feel called to do right now. And that's great if others enjoy that kind of content, but I really want to work with people one-on-one. I feel like I am able to customize and my skill set is actually very geared toward one-on-one work with people. So all that said, I will provide in the coming weeks some good contact information for me so you can reach out and we can schedule appointments and we can kind of make it really tailored to what you need. So the types of things that I do, first of all, I'm calling it spiritual coaching. There really isn't a term for it, but it involves things regarding manifestation, which that word is a little triggering for some people probably, but really what is your environment mirroring back to you? We'll use somatic practices. We'll use the letting go method. And then also I work with Reiki energy. I call it prayer really, but it's kind of just healing in terms of spiritual healing and kind of focusing on energetic cleansing and things like that. Those of you who have studied Reiki or know about it, or you can look it up. And then some of the things that I am just going to be really open about now. I came from the religious community previously, and it took me a while to really embrace kind of what this is and what it can do for people. So a lot of you know that I work with what I call spiritual sight. It's really just heightened intuition. We all have the ability. I'm able to kind of sometimes in the moment, depending on if the person's guard is down, for me to be able to perceive some things, see some things that may be holding you up, and some things that you may need to let go of to get you past where you're at and move on to the next phase of your life and move on to the next amazing thing in your life. So kind of working empathically with people to understand maybe something they're not even aware of that they're struggling with, right? It's not about me guessing what's going on and being right and, ooh, that's really cool. It's just kind of what's going on in this moment that may be holding you back that you're maybe not aware of. For example, I was working with someone, and there's no judgment around any of this. Whatever we do in this life, there's no judgment around it. I was working with someone and Spirit revealed to me that there had been an abortion earlier in life. And there was just some guilt around that, holding this person back from achieving their next level of greatness in their life, right? And so that was accurate, and she was unaware that that was maybe holding her back. And so we kind of worked through some of that, both from a letting go process and from a Reiki energy healing process. And I think she was able to find some benefit from that. The other thing I do, and I've always had this ability, and people in my family have it too, which is kind of cool, but people who are no longer here with us, who have transitioned on through death, I am able to sometimes perceive what they're saying if they have a message for somebody who's still here. And the message is only ever centered around healing, love, wholeness, restoring peace to somebody's life. For example, I just got a message today for somebody that, there was a lot of guilt around somebody's passing, and there was a lot of holding on to that guilt. It was almost as a way to honor the person who had passed. They were holding on to this guilt, maybe even subconsciously. And I got a message from the person who had passed to really beg me to tell this person, this is harming your health. This guilt that you're holding on to is harming your health, and you need to let that go. And I got to deliver that message, and gosh, I'm so blessed to be able to deliver those messages. And it really was freeing for this person. And that type of thing is something that you don't know you need to hear it until you have it in the moment, and then you really need it. And so if someone has passed on, or if you're just wanting to connect with somebody who's passed on and just, say hello and chat to them, you can always do that on your own. Absolutely. You don't need me for that. But if you'd like to work with me in that way, I'm happy to kind of tune in and see what comes about, right? One was a young woman who had taken her life, and she wanted to share something for her parents who had passed. And those kinds of messages are really sensitive, and we want to make sure, people hear that in the spirit that it's intended to be heard, which is through love and acceptance and peace and joy. And so I will also offer, it's called mediumship. That is the world's term for it. Don't get creeped out by it. It's just what it is. And so I can offer some empathic abilities to help people kind of see what may be roadblocking them right now. And then also the mediumship to kind of bring specific healing, or if somebody really wants to hear from someone. Sometimes somebody will come through and you were signed up for a Reiki, and somebody wants to come through and say something, and that's absolutely great. I'll deliver that message no matter what. And so, so we'll work with a number of methods. What are your goals? Where would you like to get to? And we'll work with some letting go. We'll work with some visualization. We'll work with some of the empathic abilities as well as the mediumship, and just kind of understand what spirit wants you to know in this moment, which is really just beautiful. And it's always so, when spirit brings you a message, no matter what it is and no matter what the situation is, it's just such an amazingly beautiful blessing in your life. And so I just want to be able to be a conduit for that, for everybody, for whatever that looks like for them. So it's going to be individually based. It's going to be just one-on-one discussions. I will probably offer a couple different types of coaching, whether it's getting together via Zoom, or sometimes I will do a pre-recorded message, and that might be a little less expensive. You give me some of the things you're working on, some of the people you need to hear from, and I can record one for you and send it to you personally. So just wanted to create that video and let you guys know what I've been up to. And you saw that I pulled everything down, and so I'm stoked to get everything back up going in a different direction. And just can't wait to continue to work with you guys and see you on the road. Talk soon.